All me out, Shy Bashim Krakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Archivists out there pushing this truth with all honesty and sincerity by way of the highways and byways, also by way of the internet. This is your brother Nayak, and I'm back with another news update. This is fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. This is for educational purposes only. All these clips is for fair use and educational purposes only. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Without further ado, I'm going to just go ahead and just get into it since it looked like we got a lot over the past couple of days. If you're not updated, there was, before the last video that you see at the top, this 1 minute and 44 seconds, there was a car explosion in Palm. But yeah, there was a car explosion about maybe like 8 to 10 hours ago. I'm not sure what that was about. I have to look that up. But without further ado, let's get into it.
Hey, why are you getting arrested?
Move down the hall.
Congress kills poor kids in Gaza by buying bombs and pays for it by kicking kids off Medicaid in the U.S.
Keep going down the hallway.
They need to let food into Gaza. They need to let food to starving kids.
What did you say in there, man?
I said that Congress is paying to bomb poor kids in Gaza and paying for it by kicking poor kids off Medicaid in the U.S.
Don't let them any closer.
Hey, why are you getting arrested?
Move down the hallway.
More breaking celebrity news. Did you guys know in the Diddy case that's currently going, did you know he had a 96-hour freak off? 96 hours. That nigga had 96-hour freak show. More breaking celebrity news. Did you guys know in the Diddy case that's currently going, did you know he had a 96-hour freak off? Well, breaking fucking news. The Mexican security chief has confirmed that 17 cartel family members have crossed into America and they are now living here. Federal agents waited for them Tuesday afternoon outside of the Tijuana-San Diego border, where they were seen walking with suitcases to come into the United States. You see, it was never about, oh, these guys are cartel members, send them down to the prison. They don't give a fuck about that. It's about that moolah, baby. Hey, MAGA, fuck it. How does that make you feel? It's just about... This is a fucking... They're playing. It's a fucking joke. Everything's fucking fake, bro. Nothing's real. Nothing is real in either... Well, celebrity news. Over 100,000 people have signed a petition to have the California governor pardon Tory Lanez because new evidence has arisen. The new evidence is a bodyguard for Meg Thee Stallion's friend said that he overheard conversation with her and her husband stating that she admitted to pew-pewing Megan in the foot and firing the weapon 3 times, and the weapon was knocked out of her hand by Tory, and then the weapon was fired twice when it hit the ground. So with all this new evidence coming forward, people are in kind of uproar because Tory Lanez was recently poked 14 times in prison. So it's rocking the boat over there. Well, celebrity news. Over 100,000 people. Well, breaking fuck the news. Tariffs have officially struck Walmart. They have announced that prices will rise as early as this month. Well, the CEO, Doug McMillon, said that prices for them are rising, and they will rise for the consumer as well.
We're not going to have to pay it all. Other countries are going to have to pay the tariff.
Well, breaking fuck the news. Tariffs have officially struck Walmart. They have announced that prices will rise as early as this month. Well, the CEO, Doug...
Multiple female teachers have been arrested for inappropriate relationships, put up their picture for a mask. Look at this. This is a damn shame. These arrests took place over 2 days. At least 6 female teachers have been arrested in the U.S. in a span of 2 days this week for having inappropriate relationships with their students. Kentucky teacher Ellen Shell, 38, was arraigned after prosecutors said she had been intimate with the teens on 2 separate occasions in July and August of last year. Shell worked as a teacher's aide at 2 elementary schools prior to that. Put up the next one. Arkansas educator. Her name is Heather Hare, 32, was expected to turn herself in Friday for an alleged intimate relationship with a teen student and is now facing a first-degree felony assault. I got more. Put her up. This was a story from last month. Oklahoma teacher and daughter of a local mayor, Emily Hancock, 26 years of age, we covered this, was also arrested after local police were tipped off to her alleged relationship with a student, a former substitute, with Wellston Public Schools. Hancock allegedly began communicating with the teen last October and eventually began sending the 15-year-old inappropriate photos. Let's go to Kristen Gant, 36, an English teacher at a Catholic high school in Des Moines, Iowa, was added to the tally for allegedly being intimate with a teen student 5 times inside and outside of her own classroom. Ms. Gant groomed the student over social media, according to the report, and that surveillance cameras caught them going into a classroom alone with a paper over the window. She has been since fired by the school and will now answer to felony counts of sexual exploitation. In Virginia, Aaliyah Kurtmond, a 33-year-old teacher at James Madison High School, was also nabbed for allegedly being intimate with a student over the course of several months. A learning disabilities teacher with Fairfax County Schools since 2016. She has now been charged with 4 counts of indecent liberties and being held without bond. There's more. Finally, Ms. Hannah Marth, 26, Pennsylvania. Javelin coach allegedly had been intimate with the teenage child she coached. Martin was arrested after police learned she had engaged in an inappropriate relationship with the Northampton area high school track and field athlete. The 26-year-old sent the teen a text May 2021 and invited him to her home, where the two allegedly had encounters. Now, we reported on these stories. I'm here on Indisputable. I've always made it very clear, make sure you keep the lines of communication open with all young people around you, all of them, okay? Because they want to talk. They do. They may not always be listening, but they're always learning. And they know they can talk to you or not. Have that line of communication open. Also, schools, local schools, they have to get stronger in their ability to track these things and find these things before they permeate into an epidemic status like they are now. This is happening all over the country. We've reported on them many times. So now you have all of these teachers in the span of 2 days. Actually, it's more. These are the ones that we could verify.
Even as we gather tonight, our teams are engaged in intensive diplomacy to secure a ceasefire in Gaza, to protect all civilians, especially innocent women and children, and ensure the release of all hostages. Mr. President, your involvement could catalyze a breakthrough where others have stalled. Qatar brings the chance, access, and the credibility. The United States brings power, leverage, and global weight. If we act together, we have a real shot at ending the bloodshed and restoring regional confidence.
الارض انشقت وبلعت الناس، واحد مرمين واحد مرمين، الوضع اصعب من انه ينقال خطير. احنا اليوم فعليا عشنا هوال يوم القيامه كلها.
Very successful. Clearly, President Trump is moving without the Israeli Prime Minister. Clearly, his agenda differs from that of the Prime Minister, and clearly it is so on Gaza. So I think the next 48 to 72 hours, we need to know if President Trump is going to put his foot down and tell Prime Minister Netanyahu to get with the damn program. Because it is Netanyahu who is totally dependent on Trump and not the other way around. And it is Israel who next year will be looking for another $40 billion from the United States, not the other way around.
I'm not fucking sorry. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I don't even have words. I don't think there are words in the English language to fully express what the fuck is going on with this administration. How horrible this administration is. What the fuck?
Police say they just caught one escaped inmate. 10, however, are still missing. This from a New Orleans jail, and that facility is currently on lockdown. Let's go right to NBC's Priya Sridhar, who's reporting on this. Priya, we've just heard from authorities. Tell us what the latest is.
Hey, that's right, Alex. Yeah, this is a developing situation that the sheriff there is calling extremely concerning. They believe that these 11 inmates escaped from the jail facility sometime after midnight, overnight yesterday. These are the mug shots of the 11 individuals who they are looking for. But as you mentioned, one of them, Kendall Miles, was just apprehended in the French Quarter. It's important to note that this detention facility is about 3 miles from the French Quarter in downtown New Orleans, a very popular tourist destination. And the sheriff did say that they consider these individuals to be armed and dangerous, and they're conducting.
Well, breaking fuck the news. The new FBI Director Kash Patel announced that he will be shutting down the D.C. headquarters for the FBI and relocating 1,500 agents. I don't even have an opinion on this shit. The purpose, who knows, but hey.
Holy shit. Holy. So no one over there.
Oh my God, these people gonna come from vacation. They don't have no car.
Yeah, they have no cars. Whole parking lot is on fire. Hourly parking lot is on fire. Like 10 to 12 cars already blew up.
In all my years in Chicago, I was bred, born, and raised here. I have never seen a dust storm. You are looking at a live dust storm in the Windy City.
Police in Slovenia are on the hunt for this bronze statue of, believe it or not, Melania Trump. She's missing. The life-size sculpture was built in 2020 near the First Lady's hometown. Police say it looks like somebody sawed off the statue or sawed it in half or whatever, right at the ankle, I guess. And then they nabbed it. They took off with her.
In front of this 7-Eleven store right behind me, and the DA put this yellow warning sticker right on the window to send a message. This 7-Eleven, by the way, has been the victim of 2 destructive smash and grab robberies and more than a dozen other thefts. The DA said, in fact, one individual would come in and take what he wanted without paying multiple times, and the DA said that suspect has been arrested and charged with felonies for thefts. Now take a look at this video. You may remember people riding up on bicycles and bikes, and they just stole things and basically vandalized this 7-Eleven. The franchisee owner tells me they have a theft, quote, almost every day. Today, the DA talked about
This Mexican shit right here called the Quatermont just crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge. Look at this. That's crazy, bro. Oh no, it's right. How does this happen, y'all? So what's weird about this crash? This joint don't seem like no regular accident, y'all. Am I tripping? Now people are saying this shit was docked for some days. So then suddenly, during the training exercise, This boat crashes into the most watched bridge in America. They said it was over 270 people on this boat. And out of them 270, 23 people got injured. I'm really just trying to understand, how does this happen? They gotta know the size of this boat, right? This shit could have completely went way differently. Let's say this don't hit the bridge and the bridge collapsed. Got me thinking, was this like a message or a distraction from something? Because they know damn well that shit was too fucking high in the air and that it was gonna hit that bridge. I just feel like this was purposely done. What do y'all think down below in the comments?